Premiership Power Rankings for round 20, folks. Goodness gracious me, the competition is still trucking along. I don't know how you guys do it with the Six Nations on and just all the games generally. But yeah, 20 rounds in. And yeah, we're going to do the Power Rankings. I haven't seen much of the Premiership this weekend with all the other rugby on, but I have seen the results and whatnot. So yeah, we'll go through the Power Rankings and you guys can let me know your thoughts on how things are stacking up. It's still Newcastle at the bottom of the log. I had to go back and look it up. It's week 8 that they last got a win. Week 8. We're at round week 20 now. That's a long time. Remember, there's been buys in there. There's been European games. So it's a very, very long time. I probably don't have to tell Newcastle fans that. But yeah, boy, your guys could use a win. I mean, they lost at home to Saracens. There's no disgrace in that. It's probably not a team that they're currently targeting a win against. But as I said, it's just a very long time ago. So same for Newcastle. And unfortunately, same for Worcester. I feel like I've done the dirty on them. The formula has not granted them an increase in the spots, despite the fact that they beat Exeter, who'd been in pretty good form. So I assure you, they have gone back up in the back end, Worcester fans, if not on the board. They are very, very close to this team here, and that's Bristol, who are down. Bristol are actually down because they lost at home to Quins. I got to stop cursing Bristol, because anytime they get a win, I ask myself, is now the point where they're going to click and go on a run? And the answer is inevitably no. No, it's not. They've got one win from their last 5 games, and it was a big-ish loss to Harlequins at home. So, yeah, down 2 spots for Bristol, which means Bath. Incredibly, I will give you that. Incredibly, I've got Bath, who are 13th on the actual table, here in 10th. How on earth does that work, you ask? Well, Bath's most recent 3 results don't involve any losses, which is more than I can say for the 3 teams below them. Bath have been on the bye, and prior to that was 2 wins. Admittedly, 1 win which was maybe a touch fortuitous in terms of playing with extra men, but they don't control that. The result is what it is. So Bath, I think that's as high as they've been all season in the power ranking. So well done. And we've also got Northampton up a spot. They broke a streak of, 4 losses in a row. So, yeah, Northampton with their close win over Wasps, yes, did indeed break a 4-match losing run. So, yes, there you go. The team they beat, Wasps, who had a good run of their own, but that seems like a long time ago at this point. Wasps, I've got the same as last week. It was a close away loss, so not kind of punished too hard, but they are on a bit of a losing run at this point. I think it's 3 losses in a row for them. So the gap between Wasps and Northampton is not a heck of a lot, but between Northampton and Bath is a fair bit. So it's kind of like bottom teams, and then, yeah, I think I mentioned it last week. I probably should have 5 teams here and then the 4 teams in this row. It's just the way I've kind of written the numbers on the board. So think of it like that. I've also got Gloucester here. Gloucester, who threatened the top row for a while when they went on a big winning run. They lost away to Sale. I mean, they got a losing bonus point. But, yeah, they've just been a bit inconsistent these weeks as well, which is unfortunate, but I'm not going to give up on Gloucester just yet. London Irish, I have got down a couple of spots. I should have mentioned Gloucester's down 1. London Irish are down 2. London Irish in a away loss to Leicester. No shame in that, given the season Leicester's having. It was a pretty high-scoring game. But, yeah, unfortunately, it's their first loss in a while. But, yeah, down a spot they are. And then, lastly, down 3 spots, actually, from the top row, is Exeter. With that kind of unexpected, at least from my end, unexpected away loss to Worcester. I mean, they could have won it. I haven't seen the game, but, yeah, it's a result that, in the scheme of things, they'll probably want back, given the standings. Exeter are 4th in the actual standings, so it's a bit precarious, but there you go. Top row. We've got Sale, who are kind of bouncing back. Sale's a bit of a yo-yo at the moment. They kind of are having quick increases, like dropping 3, raising 3. Like Exeter are down 3 and Sale are up 3. It's just partly that's just how tight Exeter, Sale, and some of the other teams are, like Quins, London Irish. There's not a lot between a lot of them. It's maybe going to stretch out a little bit at this point with Quins, Saracens, and Leicester being a little bit above everybody else. But yeah, Sale, home win over Gloucester, back to winning ways after a loss and a draw prior to that. I mentioned Quins, who I had way down the board not that long ago. Quins have been on a heck of a run, and giving them some credit for it. 4 wins in a row for them now, which has been about the point where a lot of teams end up fluffing their lines. So it'll be interesting to see if Harlequins can actually maintain that. But yeah, away win over Bristol. Happy days for them. Saracens, like I mentioned, the away win at Newcastle is maybe to be expected. That's a couple of wins in a row for them. And then Leicester. Leicester just doing Leicester things, man. Win at home over London Irish. And they did lose last week. Remember, they lost to Sharsies. So no chance of them losing 2 in a row, apparently. So yeah, for the most part, it's not too different from the actual table, especially 1, 2, and 3. I've got Sale ranked higher than they are on the table based on their recent form. They're down in 7th. Exeter's, I think, 4th. I've got them in 5th, so it's kind of much of a muchness. London Irish are pretty similar. Gloucester, I think I've ranked a little bit lower than they are on the actual table. And Bath, certainly benefiting from some of that recent form, which the power ranking shows. But there you go. Power rankings for round 20. You guys let me know your thoughts. Who's too high? Who's too low? Can Bath potentially keep this run of good form up? Or do you think their days of being undefeated, at least in the last 3 weeks, are numbered? It helps when you're on the bye in terms of maintaining an undefeated run. And yeah, who else is going to threaten that top row? You guys let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.